I'm glad that you have introduced that.
Chairman, that was not sincere.
I am glad that you have introduced that matter.
Yes.
What your government did, what the commander-in-chief asked them to do, was rather the insincerity. They were moving out. The commander told me, I was there. The
Chairman,
team and your former
Chairman,
colleagues.
that is not correct.
We will not have a banter here.
That is not
but
correct.
for the record, and this is my committee. You don't come here and dictate. I'm the chair of this committee.
You have asked me a question and I'm responding.
And on the matter,
I'm respectfully submitting to you that when you announced the whole republic that the military had been asked to withdraw from the Volta region, Chairman, that wasn't sincere.
September 15th, and I ever Ghana. Baby, Yanam, and what if you akosomo. Damn, no, I am my and so see a bee. Na ensoni binya kwan ebesenko eno kra ebebeto abonte na Ghana fo no ekasa say asat na wo man Ghana bibia ye bi se still ya so tena ho e ma enso ye ma ansa na ye bia ma enso na besen akose ne ma na so man ye mo ye ho so se o man ye na so still e ba se e wo se bi because eno pe e na ye option aye wo na ye ni option bi e bi nti no mo bie ensuo no e ma ensuo no ebesenko e na in fact e say ne ma bebre amanfo schools adan any hospitals bebre e na e ho e kan ye ma amanfo bebre na ena omodan bibi omoda kra na omunyom beda amonten so ana akwakoye enibre sempa e de ama oman Ghana nam so ema ankrankre akuoku ene omanfo no dodo na nakeka omsase eboaye ema nipa wo akosomo no omoso benya baabi di omuti ato aban no efato no so se obehwe no asan asi adan foforo e de ama omo a omo aka no na MP ba ko oho ene Okudzeto Ablakwa ono aso na esan ye chairman na oda assurance committee ano e wo new parliament no na se egba ne se Kojo Oppong Nkrumah so eye works and housing na afinye ase aban no enye hwemfa ho still a amanfo da tent mu ewo akosomo bebie dam no amanfo na egusu eda tent mu ene emonten so a bebie omudi omuti beto aya asem enu ti honorable Kojo Oppong Nkrumah a oye minister for works and housing ekokopie mu ewo Okudzeto Ablakwa the committee no anim a na odi akuntabuo ene bebie aban no aye adru wo emwa opese odebo akosomofo no eho na ne nkyire mu no na ankoyi no Okudzeto Ablakwa so ekokanta na ne sene na banta no ekoso ewo honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa ene Kojo Oppong Nkrumah ntem no kwasem se na anu ohyiye ba enam so ema Kojo Oppong Nkrumah ekoka asem bi kire Okudzeto Ablakwa ne ne anye ho no ti ohye no se on twensan so otwesan anase wan twensan ere mara fi se aha too much no ni gusu a wo hwe e so subscribe ya subscribe ma channel we na mi adoma se na be ya upload bi bia mo sabeti mi aka busu amayenko ne yankoko asem a Okudzeto Ablakwa kan ye nti e ma Kojo Oppong Nkrumah bufu ya otu bi ma no Okudzeto Ablakwa ne ni anje ho
to admit that the government response has been below par. The government response has not been worthy of commendation. And put yourself in the shoes of fellow Ghanaians who woke up one morning and lost everything, all their livelihoods, everything washed away. They have absolutely nothing left. And they have had to put up in tents for almost a year. No places of convenience. The last time the Akosombo Spillage Committee set up by this house and the speaker visited us, even water at the camp had been disconnected. And that was the third time I had to pay the water bill of the people. It's as though we want to push them, you know, to achieve what I don't know. So, Honorable Minister, a whole year, is this the best your ministry can do? And as you respond to that, can you tell us specifically, with this first phase of 115 contractors behind schedule, what is the new date of completion? And then the second phase, the 1,010, can you tell us specifically when you will start work on the 1,010?
As I mentioned to you earlier, Chairman, myself and the regional minister are billed to pay a visit to the construction sites in the next 14 days. to engage with the contractors, and based on that engagement, we'll get an update.
Did you say the next 4 days or 14 days?
I said the next 14 days.
Why 14 days?
To engage with the
Honorable Minister, why 14 days? Clearly, you see, you people are not addressing this matter as a national emergency. We are talking about a disaster. These are fellow Ghanaians. Contractors are behind schedule, a national disaster, a national emergency, and next 14 days. Really, Honorable Minister?
Chairman, we have built to visit the site within the next 14 days to engage with the contractors and find out the reasons for which they are behind schedule. When that is done, we will have clarity on the updated timelines to finish the work. Now, on the phase 2, which is 1,010, we are awaiting approval from the Public Procurement Authority on the pre-qualified contractors that we have sent to them so that they can also get to site and commence work as quickly as possible. Chairman, I think we should also move away from this, may I say, posture, where we want to create the impression that some persons care and some persons don't care. You introduced the word sincerity.
Yes.
Into this conversation.
Yes.
If we are being sincere, you have been one of the persons who keeps whipping up this impression that somebody doesn't care. You will recall that when the military on ground was asked to move from one location to another as part of the exercise, you came out saying that the military had been asked to withdraw from the place.
I'm glad that you have introduced that.
Chairman, that was not sincere.
I am glad that you have introduced that matter.
Yes.
What your government did, what the commander-in-chief asked them to do, was rather the insincerity. They were moving out. The commander told me, I was there. The chief and your former colleagues.
That is not correct.
We will not have a banter here.
That is not correct.
But for the record, and this is my committee. You don't come here and dictate. I'm the chair of this committee.
You have asked me a question and I'm responding.
And on the matter,
I'm respectfully submitting to you that when you announced the whole republic that the military had been asked to withdraw from the Volta region, Chairman, that wasn't sincere, because the military had not been asked to withdraw from the entire Volta region. They had been asked to move from one place to the other. That wasn't sincere.
I am putting it to you.
And I think
that was an afterthought. After I exposed the government.
Chairman,
can I speak? Can I speak?
Of course you can speak. But
I am the chairman of this committee, and I will regulate this meeting.
You have a right to. But if you put out
on the matter of sincerity, I know what you are doing. You are trying to deflect. We will come back to housing. On the matter of the soldiers. The soldiers were moving out. They had packed and were leaving. I was with the TV3 crew. Talk to TV3. They broke the news. They spoke to the commanders. It was an afterthought. After there was an uproar, then the military PR put out a statement that they were moving to another location.
Can I respond?
So, as a matter of fact,
can I respond?
They were moving out. The military movement is not the subject of this discussion.
You have introduced the term insincere.
It is your government
Chairman,
that has been insincere.
Can I respond, Chairman?
Their response was insincere.
Can I respond, Chairman?
The soldiers were moving out. I was on the tour with TV3. They saw them moving out. They had packed bag and baggage and were moving out. The commanders on the floor that day told us that they were moving out. And I condemned that. And they did a U-turn and came back to that same location. If they were moving to another place, why didn't they go to wherever you say they were going to?
Can I respond? Can I respond?
You respond when it is time for you to respond. They came back to that same location. They didn't go to any other location. And we are not discussing military movement here. We are not discussing that. So this red herring will not,
Chairman,
will not be entertained.
We are discussing insincerity.
It is your response.
No, you raised
your response.
You raised insincerity. You raised insincerity.
Can we have some order? Can we have some order?
Can I respond?
Can we have some order?
Minister,
can we have some order?
Mr. Chairman, please.
Can we have some order?
This?
I hope the Honourable Minister is aware.
Please. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Honourable. Yeah. I hope the Honourable Minister is aware that if this committee is not satisfied with the assurances you have been given this House, on the matter of providing housing for fellow citizens who are taxpayers, who have equal rights as you, Honorable Minister, and us here. This committee, it is well within our right to recommend sanctions. I hope you know that. We can even recommend a vote of censure if we take a majority view that you are not attaching the seriousness, the urgency. This is not a matter that we reduce to political football, deflection, obfuscation, red herrings, as you are trying to do today. It's been a year. People are living in distress. People are devastated. Fellow citizens, your contractors, after their late arrival, are even behind schedule. You are now looking at some 14-day window to go to the site. Clearly, we are not impressed. So we take a very serious view about this matter. We are not here to engage in the usual political banter. This is a matter of enormous public interest.
Chairman, can I respond?
Lives are at stake. Livelihoods are at stake. When will the first set of houses be ready? And when can we see a change in attitude? When can this committee see your ministry, your government, prioritizing the plight of victims of the VRA spillage? That is our concern this afternoon.
Can I respond, Chairman?
Yes, you can.
You have accused us here of playing political football, of deflecting, and of introducing red herrings into our conversation. We have to have a right to respond to those accusations that you have made. You earlier accused us of insincerity. And I suggested to you that, with great respect, without a challenge to the fact that you are chairman of this committee and that is a committee of parliament, I mentioned to you earlier that there's work that is ongoing. Within 14 days, the regional minister and myself will be back on the ground. This will not be the first time. We'll be back on the ground to engage with the contractors and make a determination of why they are behind schedule and when they will complete. And when that is done, I'll be able to ferry to this committee updated timelines of when they will be complete. But Chairman, I'm saying to you that if you introduce a concept of insincerity, of playing partisan football, of deflecting and introducing red herrings, it is respectfully within my right to also draw your attention to instances where I am of the view you have done same. But I don't think that that is what we are here to do for the benefit of the Ghanaian people. For the people in these areas, the number one interest that they have is that we complete these projects on time for people to benefit. But if you choose, Chairman, respectfully, to accuse me before the whole country of playing partisan football, not being sincere, of deflecting and of introducing red herrings, then I have a right in my own defense to draw your attention to instances where I believe you have done same. I don't think that's what we are here to do. Specific on this matter, within 14 days, myself and the regional minister will be on ground once again. We will engage with the contractors. We will have clearer timelines, which I will share with you. If we want to go into the questions of parliamentary football and deflection, I don't think that you intend to use your committee as a bully pulpit to invite ministers and make these accusations and not give them an opportunity to answer.
Interbusia send me a bank and a course, Mr. Na hits, Ejina Demo, now has said now Okudzeto Ablakwa. Honorable Air Casanat who said, why are very passionate about the situation and of the mouth for no air cool. And I said, oh no, I am passionate so. And Chester said, I buy no M1 here. It was a Utusumi, because I buy no, and we did say, a mouth for the year, Muntina buy no, and it's obey herself or better to a near many year. I checked there 1 year, I checked there now so. Obacha where Jaya and Natchez and who year and all in Sabina chat. They did say a year, you and a Oppong one for no one said, or baby, a year papa, I'm on Matana in Pussess, how we be, as I'm going to be my mouth for no, and who uncle can be free, and see, and I bind Nancy or Chincha was sat in Sim, my moon said also, usiji ensemi efa e wo comment so afa so aha so e too much you ma refi subscribe my page we no mi adama no so send e be ya upload bi e be bia unsa e betimi aka Facebook also too much you ya na also wa like na wa share e dia no das macro